All right, what's going on? What's going on? We back. So in the back, I got a Jitsu route that's supposed to be $100, 21 stops. Then I got a roadie. Can't really. This is the first one. It's just some tires. And then underneath, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll show me dropping it off. I got some luggage from Southwest. So all this is kind of on the way. In my area, I'm going north. So I'm just like making a circle loop on my north tip, and then I'm back up there. So right now we got us about $160 in the car, and it should take me no more than 4.5 hours to drop everything off, and I'm going back home. So come with me on this ride along. Yeah. Show you, and I'll show some screenshots if I can too on the screen. So here we go. All right, so yeah, can't have that in the background. All right, so I didn't record the drop off because she was like outside waiting, and I had to take these tires and then kind of like get the bag from underneath. But it was a small bag. It was like a duffel bag. It wasn't nothing serious for real. So now we off to, now they took me an hour to get here, right? So it took me 30 minutes to get to my first location to pick up everything in the back, right? So that's 30 minutes. Stop by Starbucks on the way there, and then it's still 30 minutes. It took me about 15 to put everything in my car. So we had 45 minutes. It took me another 35 minutes to get to the airport to pick that up. And then from the airport, that took me about like 10 minutes. And then from the airport, it took me 52, I think, to get here. And so now I'm 43 minutes away from the tire drop off. And the two roadies together are $60. So if you can count when I'm counting, you know, we'll have an end of the day breakdown. But yeah, here we go. All right, so as you see, the tires are gone. I just did my first stop with these packages. It is, well, the clock said 1:27, but it took, from the last stop with the package, it took me about 43 minutes to get there. And then from there, it only took me 12 minutes to get here, and then I'm recording this video. I'm trying to like get as much as I can on recording, but at this point, my phone keeps saying unresponsive. So I'm doing what I can, but you know. I just want to remind everybody, like, I'm keeping these by number. This is a little different because they just big and bulky, but I'm keeping these by number. So like 11's right here because it's big and bulky, but everything is numbered, so I can just walk straight up to it. I'm not on 8 yet. Number 5 is right here, but I know them on this side is number 5. Over there you'll see number 6, and then this is 11. But like, what's that, 13? Just keep them so you know what I'm saying, it's gonna give you time so you can pick them up. But if you know what you grabbing before you do that, you saving like 3 to 5 minutes to stop. So alright, so I'm headed home now. It is 6:04. I'm like down the street from the house. I'm basically here. So overall today, I ended that route that I showed, the big one. That route, we weren't really big, but the Jitsu route paid $99.98 or something. Like, it was basically $100. And then like I showed y'all, the two roadies that I did headed up there was $60 total. And I had like 10 in my roadie account from yesterday. So technically I'm cashing out $170 today. But let's stick to the 160. And then it took me a total of 6 hours, and that's including all of my, like, once I picked up at Jitsu. After that, my whole until I finished was 6 hours, and then it took me another hour and 37 minutes to get home because of how close I was to the Wisconsin borderline. So, and I stay like South Chicago, if you interested in markets and stuff like that. If you watch me, you know what I'm saying, you'll get to know like the Atlanta kind of area, because I used to live there and I still am keeping up with that market, and then the Chicago area market. But everything should be close to roundabout what it is in this market, in your market, wherever that may be. But all in all, moral of the story, 160 today. And it only took me roughly about 6 hours. Now, this was a decent day. This was more of a consistent day for me, because I find consistency in doing a route and just taking some roadies along the way. Some people find consistency in doing like a VHO or Amazon and just doing 2 of those a day. VHO is a little harder to do too, but if you can finish early enough, you can definitely get 2. Or just some DoorDashes after your route. Like, different people find consistency different, but this is saving for my phone battery, you know what I'm saying? This is still a field where you can hit 900 to 1200 per week. If you look at my gas mileage, you'll still see where I got 300 miles because I just went to the gas station. But, you know, it's about being consistent and finding what works for you. Like and subscribe.